He just went through some shit.
Yes, literally went through some shit. Look, there's fucking spiders everywhere. I just went through 2 webs. I guess they tried doing a web on the left and doing a web right here. That's why I want to kill these spiders, man. Put this shit in my basement, and then they fucking have babies, and then I find like a spider nest somewhere. I feel like shit crawling on me. You saw a lanternfly almost went in my house, man.
This nigga's going through it. Took a shit and just went through it.
Shut up, nigga.
Move over to your left a little bit. There you go. Move the mic closer to you. There you go. We're brothers. Oh, man. All right, I've been recording.
Why are you crying all that shit for? Now niggas know I'm got a fucked up toilet now. It ain't funny, nigga. I went through a lot of shit, literally. So what's up, everybody? This is your boy Richard Picasso. Episode 42. I'm Richard Picasso. This is G out of character.
What up, everybody?
That's the most worst. That's the shittiest intro we ever did.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. My dad just made a beautiful breakfast upstairs with eggs, grits, bacon.
Really?
Yeah, his breakfasts are legendary.
Oh, yeah, well, I remember when he cooked for us, so, when he cooked for us, that was legendary.
Like, my dad, that's one of the things he specializes in, always giving back. Like, his breakfast is like, when he makes his breakfast, it's better than diner food. I'd rather have his breakfast than go to a diner.
Diner food sucks.
Well, not it depends on which diner.
I mean, if you go to, like, maybe a really expensive one or, like, one that's always busy. Like,
Yes.
in my opinion, like, it really be hit or miss. A lot of this diner food be sucking, bro. Like,
Yes.
and then, it's a setup, in my opinion. Like, when do you like going to a diner? Genuinely for breakfast or for
dinner?
1 in the morning?
I like going for like late, like dinner. I've only had 2 late, like after midnight diner experiences, but preferably I like it. I'll have dinner, like I'll have a diner in a like dinner time, like between 6 and 9 type shit.
For some reason, I like eating heavy in the morning. I like eating like it's a Spanish thing though, like with I had a Dominican girlfriend be like maduros and fucking, the big sausage, the salami, like it just big breakfast in the morning and then like a medium lunch and then you have dinner and shit. But that big breakfast will hold you off through the whole fucking day, damn near. Like it opens up like your palate too, and it gives you energy. Like the more food you eat, the more energy you should have as long as you're moving.
Yeah, I was never really a big breakfast person. Like, I could skip breakfast and be just fine throughout the day.
When you used to go to school, when you used to go to high school, you never used to get breakfast in the morning? What was your go-to?
No, not until lunchtime.
Really?
Like, I at best, I remember in grade school, I used to always get, like, those bacon butter, like bread sandwiches and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Junior high school, like when you go into the deli and shit like that.
They used to be $1 and shit.
When they used to be $1.
When they used to be $1.
Yeah,
but
it used to be all of us at like the bagel store.
Yes,
it'd be like 80 of us at the bagel store for no reason and shit.
Yep.
Yo, you Chinese bagel spots made mad money off us kids, and now that I think about it, y'all niggas treated us like shit. Yo, was shooting us out the store, calling cops on us when we were there for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like asshole shit. But we come deep. If you were a bar and we were drinkers, you would appreciate us.
But nah, fuck no, my bagels.
Nah, but they're all mean. Like in Flushing, most of those Asian like delis or supermarkets that are by high schools and junior high schools are gold mines. Because during school time, the kids live at those stores, feel me, and spend mad bread there.
And then like Mr. Softy used to come right after school, perfectly right in front of the school.
Yeah, Mr. Softy's a fucking joke now. You Mr. Softy guys are a joke now. Like inflation, all right, I get it, but y'all need to charge you $5 and change. Almost $6 sometimes for a fucking a shake, and the guy don't even got like Oreo crumbs to make me a cookie and cream. Like,
I guess basic.
Nah, like what are you talking about? You ain't charging me $6 for some milk and ice cream in a fucking blender.
Like jazz that shit up. Throw some Reese's in there.
Yeah,
Throw some M&Ms in there, bitch.
like yo, for real, like you trucks gone crazy, yo. Y'all should have been stepped to the. Y'all should have been had different flavors of shit, different all that shit in your
That hasn't
van,
been
yo.
done yet. That's thing.
What?
That hasn't been done yet. Like
At all?
driving.
Nah. Well,
There's a market there.
any smart man probably don't do ice cream. Any smart man like you
So in the summer.
yeah, just for the summer. But man, this like yo, I've seen so many food trucks and catering trucks that are just successful. I used to work. I had got a couple jobs working for this guy that did catered police parties. He's an ex police officer. So when he stepped down, he bought a food truck, and now he started doing. All the police people call him to do events. So he shows up, food truck, all the food, get what you need, cook it. You know, like anybody that that has a food truck, if you do it smart, you should be winning. Mobile food is like, and if your food is good, you blow it out the fucking water.
I'm surprised. Like a lot of like, it probably went.
Nigga, they got a lobster spot in fucking 71st Continental in Queens. They got a lobster truck.
Yep. I was thinking more like Baja has a lot of food corporations like McDonald's and Subway do that.
What?
Like make food trucks.
No, because it's not. All right. I used to work for a Mediterranean food company. The name misleads me. It was like Petra or some shit. I forget the name, whatever. But it was like on 42nd and Madison or some shit like that. It was like in Manhattan, right? And I would have to get to the base in Van Dam, pick up the truck, bring the truck to Manhattan, fill up the truck with the ingredients that I need, then drive it to the location, which was Tavern on the Green in Central Park.
I remember Tavern on the Green.
But it had shut down.
Oh, shut down?
It had shut down at the time, so the location was used by us, parked there in a food truck. My job was to park there and then pick up the shit later. I didn't have to work, but I decided to work. The reason like shit like that don't always work, what I notice, is because it takes a lot. If I don't get to that food truck, if I called out the day of the night, somebody got to get to it. You know what I'm saying? To scramble for somebody to get to it, boom. And then to have somebody that may not know how to do the job, you got to fill you miss one or two things at the base, you got to go back. You can't drive the truck back to the base. The truck is the food stand. Once the truck parks, that's it. You better have everything you need for the day. Now, if you had a McDonald's or a Wendy's, I don't think that they would be able to provide enough enough product. I think if Wendy's and all that shit pulled up to your block, I think they'll run out quick. I think they'll run out too fast, and it'll probably be too much of a production to be driving around product everywhere. You know what I'm saying? To make sure they're filled with stock. Nah, I think their corporations are too big to do that. But you know, before Uber came out, I had that idea of not driving people, not driving food neither. I wasn't that deep. Just McDonald's. I always thought about that. I say, yo, some smart guy should definitely broker a deal with McDonald's to be a delivery service for them. How many people would like McDonald's? This is back in 2000. I was sitting there. Like, how many people would like fucking McDonald's? I was over here like 12 years old. Like, how many people would love this shit? And then all of a sudden, Uber comes out. Uber comes out like what, 10, 12 years later. With that, well, not even 15 years Uber Eats and all that shit. Probably just recent, right? Mm-hmm. But that idea has always been there. Like, McDonald's should have always had a delivery service. They'd have been killing it.
It's just a matter of getting up and actually doing what you set out to do.
Like these apps now are amazing, my nigga. You order McDonald's or Wendy's on the app now, you get a free something, or it's a free Tuesday, free large.
All these rewards programs. I got like $20,000 in McDonald's. In my McDonald's, I have 20,000.
You could sell that, my nigga. You could sell that.
I'm trying to hit 100K, and I'm gonna really sell it.
I just found out. There's a, and I know I'm blowing shit up, and I shouldn't, but fuck it. There's a market for people that play like NBA 2K23, and you know how you have a creative player, and you know how you have the My Team, and you play in the neighborhood and all that extra shit. Well, there's a market for people that pay people to get the player up to level 99 for them. Say I'm not that good, but I got money. You're really good. I would pay you to get my player up to level 99 for me. There's a market for that, nigga.
Damn, they need.
Yo, you kidding me? Yes, there's people that pay people to get their players up to 99.
That was like Pokemon cheat.
Yo, it's not a cheat though. It's somebody actually doing the work for you.
Yeah, they're doing the work, but it's not like, your work.
I mean, at that point, you take over. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Not all drug dealers started with the phone. Some of them obtained the phone, and then they made the empire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like it's true. You know, not every person that built the block gets to eat off the block.
Mhm.
You know, or is the main breadwinner of the block. They
Mm.
just built the block.
Fuck is this? So, what's on the topics for today?
Uh,
Because I know we got like a
did
bunch
Drake
of
smash Kim Kardashian's mom?
probably,
You think he did?
probably.
I know.
Bad, 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 bad,
I
bad, bad.
think Drake smashed J
Right,
Lo.
right. I believe that too. But before we get started, R.I.P. to Josh DWH.
Oh,
Got to say that
you want to
before.
start it on a? I didn't want to start it so sad.
I wanted to start because I already know I'll forget later. Like, oh, there.
Oh,
Damn,
I
I wish we
wasn't
would have
gonna
said it.
forget. I got it here.
But
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Take it away.
so unfortunately, we lost one of our own in the Bronx. Very talented, awesome, awesome rapper. You know, started leveling up like roughly about 4 years ago. He's been in the game for roughly like I know at least like 7, 8 years now, and it was Joshy WH, and unfortunately he has passed away, and it's very tragic. You know, it's not something. It definitely affected a lot of the hip hop community because so many people have worked with him. I personally worked with him. He's been on tracks with me. He's been with me for my music videos, more, like for No Freedom, because he has a track on it and killed the feature. And it's it's something we all really didn't expect because he was pretty much missing what around like the end of August, and it was just like a part of me that was just hoping that it was like all bullshit and it was like a lie. But then like as the week started going on, I'm like, okay, this is not right. And yeah, it's like tragic. They did a GoFundMe recently, like 2 days ago, and it reached its goal in like a day.
Oh, really?
It was like $12,000.
Wow.
But it just to show, but just looking at that just shows how much love and support was for Josh.
Nah, I mean, I met Josh. I met Josh through V. You know, she did an interview with him, and I think I had met him about 2 times after that because I think he had performed that night or something like that. And yeah, you know, just a kindred soul, I guess I would say. You know what I'm saying? From the moment I met him, like just down to earth, great conversation, awesome rapper. You know, awesome rapper. Um, I tapped into him obviously with his music, but every time he put something out, he was always moving. You know what I'm saying? It was always like a new video or a new freestyle. And one thing about his pen is one thing that I say like, you know, I'll miss as an artist. His pen was dope. He has 1.8 million views or something like that on a remix by
Uh,
Triple X.
Tentacion.
You know what I'm saying? Like he this man did work. He did his numbers.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? He got like 29K on the Y remix. You know, this his pen was no joke, and I think like for me, not knowing him on a personal scale, I know you did videos with him.
Mhm.
I did an interview with him. Um to where I was present for, but it wasn't my platform to be absolutely present for. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
you had him on a more on a one-on-one scale, and I will say like definitely gonna miss his pen and his music. You know what I mean? That was one. Music is like a gift that never stops giving.
Yep. Like I remember even like going to his showcases with my dad. He did like a showcase on a rooftop, but he was opening up for like Russell Simmons, not Russell, Reverend Run's son.
Okay.
Hitting platforms like that, getting pictures with like Johnny Nunez, famous photographer.
Okay.
He got reshared by Trina for like one of his videos for Film Me. My favorite track of all time from him was Film Me. Film Me was like one of those tracks I never saw him do live. I even asked him about it, and he was like, I'm it's gonna come. I'm eventually gonna do that live, and unfortunately, I won't be, or anybody won't be able to see the mastery of that. I even went to like his when he had his album live session. He did it at the studio downtown, like near Hit Factory, and it was just dope. Like he had like a host, and he was just playing the music, playing every single song, and the love was like truly there. And to lose somebody like that, like this world is so fucking sad. I was even out last night thinking about him when I was like driving home, and I had my iPod on, no, not my iPod, my phone on shuffle,
Mm-hmm.
and the song "Feel Me" came on. I was like,
Randomly?
randomly, first song, and it made me feel bad. I shed a tear, man. It was like, damn, like this guy was really going places. He was like on the really on the come up, and for me, this is like the first time that I actually truly knew somebody and like really fucked with that like just passed away. And it just hit me real different. Like I didn't know how to feel, like what to do, or like what's like the next step, like with like dealing with like I don't know if it's like one of those stages of grief where you're in, like denial or acceptance about it, like what do you do? And just for it's just a growing process. This world is definitely too short. We're all only here for a brief moment in time. We're all gonna go someday, but unfortunately, some people go quicker than others. And for him, only being 28 years old, like barely even like experiencing what life really has to offer at such a young age, it's like it's absolutely devastating. And I want to definitely dedicate this episode to him and shout out to his mom's like, you know, she's grieving. It's just absolutely heartbroken. No parent should ever experience burying their child or hearing anything bad about the child overall. And my my heart goes out to the Lopez family through all of this. So yeah, this one's for you, bro.
Or usually people, uh, if I could tell you anything that you should do, what helps me the most is the music. You know what I'm saying? Not like literally their music. You know, I've lost a friend to fucking overdose. His career didn't even nowhere near blossom to what Josh's became, and I still hold him dearly in his music because that's all I got of him. And whenever I'm down over him, his music picks me up. You know, and with that said, I want to play a song that Josh made that probably probably like my favorite. I would say is like 48 bars I've ever heard from him. Yo, Kev, hit that GoPro for me, Kev. Yeah. Shit don't stop. This one's for you, Jay.
Mm, dream work hustle.
Let's go. Lost in the game of life. Focus on your goal and just stay precise. I've been thinking about the universe and everything that's in it. Gotta move accordingly, so now we riding tenant. Everyone wondering how we moving independent. Stay up on go while my license suspended. I don't own no hoopty, I'm living. Go take the state, come and see how I'm living. The duffel is time I make fly. Don't even know why they try. Started buzzing after why. Bust through the door and I'm breaking the latch. The vibe that supply are on max. Killing these features and up in the tax. I'm lit as a candle, let's keep that on wax. I took a trip out to Oregon. 2,000 miles west of my origin. Saw the way this shit work, put the plan in the dirt. Y'all playing games like a tournament. Let it breathe. Talk to him. Talk to him. I stumbled and crashed. I'm not sorry. Whether I'm sad. Talk to him. You hear this? You hear this? You pack steel. Stretch you. Uh-huh. Yup. Talk to him. Yup. Ironic. But you know what? Like I said, you have him. That shit fucking fucks me up. You have him. That's where you keep him. Well, it's uncanny that people that write music sometimes they say things in their words that's like it's so spooky later. when I hear Shannon's music, I get that shit. It's like spooky later. Like he has a song called No Regrets, and you know, for what it's worth, you know, my friend Shannon did drugs, and you know, he says it. He says, you
Like
can't
the
you can't feed. He said you can't feed banana you can't feed monkeys bananas because they eat the whole bundle. You know what I'm saying? And him being a drug addict, it's like it hits. It's like these people predict. Sometimes people predict. They see things coming. We see things as artists. Sometimes we don't even mean it when we write. I feel like sometimes when we write, we truly don't mean it, and we make things come to existence sometimes for good and for bad, or like we write our future out and we didn't even mean to do it. You know, like I don't know what it is. I can't call it, but there's something about being an artist that we're just in a cast that we we have a third eye that we don't even know we empower when we express our entertainment and express our souls and we give us we don't even know that we're tapping into that third eye, and that third eye has like a whole bunch of things we don't even like see, we're unaware of, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why yo, this world of entertainment, for good or for bad, yo, who did I just who did I see? Somebody died at age 33 that didn't get to see the fruits of Bob Marley. Just saw Bob Marley documentary about how where reggae came from. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get us into light work. Uh, reggae, yo, he died at 33.
yeah.
Yo, he came from his music. I had to deep dive into. I'm like, God damn. So, and then it gets deeper because he was made from even more pain, and there's just different perspectives of what pain. And yo, 33 with so much in his fucking music. You know, like it's so weird. These people that are just higher echelon of lyricism, of just artistry, of just entertainment. It's just I can't call it, but those levels, I think those levels come with like the good and the bad. It's almost like having like superpowers, but the superpower drains your life, right? It's like having a power suit. You do all these things to maintain your power suit, but your power suit is actually draining your life away. It's actually destroying you inside. Even though you're doing it for the greater good and for your expression, and you make people feel good, but it's destroying you to be that way. You know, like where does the scale get to tip? That's why I be giving it up to entertainers that make it to 70s, 80s, 90s. I give it up to them entertainers because they learn how to persevere. Because being an entertainer, I think that plays a huge part into like we're already fucked up in the head. Now you give us ego and money, and you think that's supposed to fix us? Nah, that rich person was the same person he was when he was broke. Now you just gave him money to be empowered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get your head out the cloud, Rich. Come back down.
I'm here.
I know that song. I know that song hits you, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that song hit me. Cause after we spoke and I got that info from you, cause I didn't see the Instagram and all that shit. You know, I don't be on the gram with that. I've been trying lately. Sorry. But after you hit me up, that's the first song that I went to. Cause
And what's it called?
it's called Crash.
Hmm.
And do you hear his bar? You hear his bars word for word? Not only like the shit talking part of it, but the little he said, what he said? He said, I can't pull up too fast. I pulled up and crashed. Like, yo, like, shit like that. It's like, whew. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Like I said, sometimes music is surreal for me. Even with the shit that I write, bro. Like, sometimes I be writing shit and it's almost, I predict my own, I predict the shit coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I write. And it's because I try to really take time and, like, dig deep into the bars. I like to see what these people see. Come back down. Come back down. Did you see the boxing match last night?
No.
All right.
I was told about it. I tried watching it while I was at it.
You didn't miss nothing.
Okay, then good.
Wilder knocked out his opponent in the first round.
Damn.
With 50 beautiful Bronx Bomber right hand. And you know what I liked? I didn't see it last night. I fell asleep. I smoked too many blunts. I passed the fuck out. I was sleeping in a beach chair. Like a little, like curled up like a little bitch. But yo, when I saw it this morning, I liked it because when I saw him fighting Tyson Fury, He leads with his left and he holds his right back because everybody knows he got that huge right hand. It touches you and it's like a blessing from God. Your soul leaves your body when he touches you with that right hand. Yesterday, he actually was kind of. He was like his body. He looked like a boxer. He didn't look like he was just trying to hit you. No, he went to block 2 punches. The dude came in and it don't even look like he hits him hard. And the guy's soul leaves his body. I swear, he's knocked the fuck out. Like I love that shit, yo. I love comeback stories. He lost 2 fights to Fury. You have a comeback story to go ahead and beat the next opponent. Hopefully you're on the right track. So salute to you. You saw anything last night? You didn't see the rap battles last night?
Well, first we were talking about Kim fucking Drake.
You didn't see rap battles last night though?
No.
You didn't see nothing now? No.
I was out. You know I was out. I was in these streets all Saturday. That's why I want to get to the streets. I want to get to the more
dirty whore. Dirty whore is in the streets.
I wasn't dirty whore.
There was some dirty whores
there. I wasn't dirty.
I heard about you.
I was networking.
I heard about. That's what they call it.
No, it's not.
Dirty whore. Yeah, that's what.
Horse don't network. Horse don't got QR.
Horse network. They gotta find good.
They don't got QR codes in their asshole.
Nah, they gotta find good clientele.
That's the high class ones.
All right. So, do you think Kanye was saying like when the shit was going on, where he was having a feud with him, Drake went ahead and hit the Kardashian mom? Do you think?
No, nigga's an egomaniac. He made all that shit up.
Wait, so you don't think that he hit the Kardashian mom?
No.
You don't think she'll let him hit?
No.
Why wouldn't you let Drake hit? My nigga.
Why would you let anybody hit?
Would you let Drake hit?
No, fuck no. Would you let Drake hit? All right then. Would you let Drake hit?
Hell no.
All right then. You don't. What do you mean you don't know? Like, hey, Drake, come in.
I said hell no.
It's a hell no, man. It's all right then. It's just that I felt like there's this like mystery with like being Drake that he's just gonna fuck every girl. That if don't bring around a girl, he's gonna fuck her. He's gonna take your girl. Like and Kanye's already on like so much. I don't know. He's in his villain arc right now. I mean, he's been on his villain arc for a couple of years now, but it's like he's so ingrained into just saying whatever the fuck he just pops into his head. It's like he knows nobody's gonna give a fuck. He's still gonna have his billions. He's still gonna have his audience.
Yes.
He's still gonna sell shows. He's never gonna get canceled. This nigga sells. Who you think invented cancel culture? That's like, which is I don't know how true that was. I thought the first true definition of cancel culture was Adolf Hitler, but.
What do you mean? What? Do you think Kanye invented cancel culture?
No.
Yeah, cancel culture's not. I mean, it exists.
Milli Vanilli got canceled.
I just saw a show. I'm not, but you fans are so fucking. People are so weird because they love you one minute and they hate you the next.
Yep, that's the game.
Look, all these people could get canceled, right? And if they went ahead and they did something for like a whole bunch of old people, or spent $1 million in charity, and it's publicized, half of that cancel shit kind of goes away, right? Like, come on, like I just, it's so weird because I just saw something, right? I was watching a show called The Watcher, and in the show, the guy, the guy is accused of being a rapist. I mean, a racist. He's accused of being a racist by a 19-year-old kid, by his own daughter. I'm sorry, accused of being a racist. All of a sudden, everybody believes it, and in that moment, I was like, wow. This is crazy. This guy's an upstanding guy with a great job and all this shit, and all it takes is his 16-year-old daughter to say, "Yo, he's a racist. He won't let me see my black boyfriend," and everybody believes it. And then in that moment, I'm like, "Yo, this shit
don't sound right."
This is why cancel culture is like for me.
What was the real story then? What was like that? What was the ending of that?
The kid was 19, she was 16, and they weren't honest about it when they were asked about it. The whole story is about somebody watching this family because they bought a brand new house and somebody really wants that house for themselves. So that this person terrorizes that family. So the father's already going crazy because he's getting letters and bugging out. And now he gets information that this 19-year-old kid might be the person doing it. So, of course, when he catches half-naked pictures of a six-pack to his 16-year-old daughter, he spazzes the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And he says, yo, you can't see the dude no more. You're 16, he's 19, he might be the dude stalking our family, blah, blah, blah. And as a 16-year-old, she rebels. Oh, my parents are keeping me hostage. They won't let me see my boyfriend because he's black. And then when the father's like, yo, you know I ain't racist. And she goes, I know, but I don't care. She blatantly says it right there. And that's most of the people, I think that's most of the people that try to fuck other people over. They say something, they get caught up in the moment, or they get mad at somebody. And they say something about somebody, and since I got some power, I got some followers, now all my followers are saying the same thing about you. And I think that's what cancel culture is. I don't think it's real. I think it's a tidal wave of being somebody with some type of power and then being able to persuade those group of people to believe a certain way. And they just give it the definition of calling cancel culture when I'm aiming my shots at you. When I'm aiming my shots at you, there's an ability that you're gonna get canceled because of something you do or something you did. I don't give it any merits. I'm gonna test the boundaries too. You know, like I'm gonna test the boundaries because we say a lot of shit here, and I know one day, you know, one of us is gonna get asked about it, or one of us is gonna get accused of it, and you know, you're gonna have to stand 10 toes down on your ground. Whether you say I was just joking.
I figured that.
You can either say I was joking about it, you know, I didn't mean it that way, or you'd be like, I said it, right? I said it, right? You know?
I'll be like, that nigga said, like, oh, what? Why would he say that? I'm like,
Nigga,
why you asking me? Ask him.
Now you know that niggas just.
That's that nigga. That nigga says everything.
And that nigga's not gonna go. That's you.
Okay.
You just said that he said it though, but that's you. Now you really look like a moron. It's better off saying, yo, whatever's said on the pod, that's your problem. You know what I mean? Like, whatever's said on this podcast.
Start a podcast and say whatever the fuck you want, then.
You know what I'm saying? Look, we all got the ability.
Look, we've been doing this since February 2021. February 2021. You had plenty of time to get a podcast going. Say whatever the fuck you want. If you don't like what we say, you don't have to watch. We're not forcing you to watch.
I think all those people are fucking, though. I think Drake. I think Kanye.
I mean, you believe in that whole hip hop? Like, they fuck, like, all this. There's like that one special thought, like fucking Amber Rose, and they're all just fucking Amber Rose.
I don't know.
I believe that.
I don't know.
I believe that.
I know Kim K was that special thought.
Oh yeah, she was definitely special. She was a smart thought.
Kimmy.
Yep, she was smart. She made a whole fucking worldwide brand out of being a thought.
And that's why the generation of women between a certain age to a certain age that I won't specify because I don't want to generalize.
No, do your cancel culture talk. Let's go.
No, because it's not all of them, but there's a certain age of women that grew up on the Growing Up with Kardashian show and sees her fucking career. They know that she got jizz on her face. She comes from a controversial family. They dealt with OJ, right? They see all these things. She literally opened up the market for people to want to be involved in other people's lives. She opened up that market with her fucking show with her family. Let's be in. Now every single fan wants to be in their favorite artist's lives and then find out that their favorite artist is a schmuck and then get mad about it. Like, like the Kardashians, I'm not taking away from their stardom, what they did and how they did it, but they fucked up a whole generation of women that are materialistic, that do turn men into simps, that all they look for is that. And then at 40 years old, when they titties are on the floor, be like, what was me? What was me? I don't understand why my man don't love me. He never loved you to begin with. He loved that boom boom you was giving him. You feel me? And you loved his money.
It wasn't the same like 10 years ago.
Like, people don't, it's not even only the same. It's that these women matured watching you can get successful off of fucking being a schmutt. You can get successful off of sucking some dick. You can really do it. And you ain't have to have a website for it. You don't gotta have a number.
Just send the link. You
could just fuck. Yeah, you could fuck the right man, look the right way, and you fine. And that's not the way to live. And it's not only because niggas don't do it. I know niggas do it. I know there's some nigga out there with a fat bitch just because that fat bitch pays for all his shit. It's just the way it works. But we gotta get better, guys. And we can't be upset when out of that fat bitch and that good nigga's relationship, a kid came out, and now the kid's fucked up because he don't know what love is. We can't be fucked up watching letting our kids watch the Kardashians.
And then you wonder why fucking like men be following people like Andrew Tate or Kevin Samuels or fucking Sneeko.
Oh no, we're misogynistic. What are you talking about? We're fucking misogynistic because we're not feminist. No. Because we're not feminist men that are all about women's needs. Like, yo, I get it. A lot of people have been oppressed through time. There's been slavery. There's been slavery among cultures. There's been slavery among women. There's been slavery among men. There's been slavery
Like,
among a whole bunch of. But
the
we're
British Museum. British Museum has like all the countries' different
Your pussy
artifacts.
shouldn't be the only power, woman. Your pussy shouldn't be the only power. That's all I'm saying.
It's like you want us to be good men, but y'all don't want to be good
chick
women.
Last night, here, look, fucking. You went to a gala, right?
Yes, I did.
You said you saw a fucking chick last night that looked like a fucking.
She looked like, what if Daffy Duck was a human woman?
I'm a real boy.
She looked like she had Daffy Duck lips. Her tits were like fucking F's and shit. Like she was popping out of that sequin dress.
F's.
Yes, F's.
Like not for failed.
Like fuck. And she just looked like a fucking human doll. She looked like what if Michelle Pfeiffer was a crackhead.
Ah man, I mean, I like Michelle. Don't talk about Michelle.
I love Michelle too.
Another white woman. Fuck that.
I love Michelle. Shout out to her. But
shit, she could fuck me with that Catwoman outfit on.
Stupid. But before the gala, I went
11.
to shut up, nigga. I went to a Digilog music convention that they had in Brooklyn at this spot called Industria. Shout out to all the artists I met there. Yep. And this is like one of their hats from the Warner Music Table. They have like programs, like school programs, that you can go to and try to get like certification for like marketing in the music or knowing how to develop your sound in the music. It was really dope. I met people from DistroKid, High Note FM, fucking MLC like branding, Audio Mac, sound royalties. It was pretty much like the keys to like move around to being like an independent artist. And if you get mainstream, this is what you need to expect. I did a mentoring section with Mike Epstein of Cinematic Music Group.
Talk to him.
They have resume reviews so they can know how to build your music resume up. They had like a keynote speaker. They had panels.
Okay.
On like, how to market yourself online, how to sell your merchandise online.
Okay.
How to be like engaging when you like send music to somebody through like DMs or through emails.
Okay.
And they were pretty much giving you the tools. Like I took everything like for what it was, and they got this photo guy. This guy took like some incredible photos of me with my chalk line like Ric Flair sequin jacket on. I was yo-yoing my ass off. I gave out like roughly like 30 yo-yos there. My files went up. People were like sharing me. The owner of the event was sharing me. It was absolutely dope for those 5 hours. Those 5 hours there were fucking dope.
Well worth it.
Well worth it. And about 5 hours later, I had to get ready for a gala. And that's where shit was a little different. Different vibe. You know, beautiful women, sequin dresses, being engaging, trying to talk, blah, blah, blah. I saw a few of my friends there that I didn't know were going to be there. They did like an interview thing. They took photos there. I was just starting out with that. I was just yo-yoing like in the corner, and people would just stop and staring because it's like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? They're yo-yoing, do walk the dog, do DNA and all that shit. Like, oh my God. I was crashing other people's sets while they were performing, just going right in the center and just yo-yoing while they were performing.
That should be annoying though, right? When people be all up on your shit, like,
I mean,
I know you appreciate it.
I appreciate it, but it's like, sometimes I like being in like my own box. Like I'm in my own head.
That's hard. That's hard though. You can't ask for that when you're an entertainer. Sometimes
it's like you're holding something back. It's like I'm creating like wizardry, and I don't want nobody to stop my wizardry as I'm doing it.
But you need time to be focusing and all that.
I'm focused on making the potions and putting everything together, and they're all like just staring from far. This shit look incredible. That nigga got stars and all these lights coming from. Like, in front of him, how does he do it? I gotta go up and talk to him. How do you do that? Can I take a picture with you? I'll tag you. But I was only there from like 10 to like 12. I wasn't there like too long. Because at the midnight, I like being home in my bed. But overall, I could say the experience was really dope. Oh, happy birthday to Xavier. I meant to go there a little earlier before I went to the gala, but it's his 10th birthday. Mm-hmm. So happy 10 years old. He's like a famous like little kid that be dancing around and shit in all these music videos. He's fucking crazy good. He just turned 10. So happy birthday to Xavier. And he had a pretty lit party. I wish I would have pulled up. It was like an invite only too. So I definitely kind of dropped the ball on that.
Oh, and you got the invite and still didn't go?
Yep. Because I was just tired after being up since like 7 in the morning. and it was already like 3, and I was just being engaged. So I meant to go like early. Like, okay, I'll be home by like 4. Probably to go get a good sleep in. Probably be there roughly around like 8. Be there for about 2 hours, and then head over to the gala right after. Just bring my dress suit. Just wear my suit with me.
Okay.
So I would have done like 3 events, but it ended up just being only 2. But met a lot of dope people. Shout out to everybody I met. Shout out to everybody that fuck with the yo-yos and gave me praise. I did a DNA,
Mhm.
blew their fucking mind up.
Mhm.
But yeah,
You know what it is too. Like I told you, bro. Like you got an advantage because it's not that you're the only person in your field. It's that you're the only person in your field that's choosing to make it known that you're a person in your field. Like I know there's other niggas that yo-yo, and I'm not ever disrespecting them, but I don't ever see y'all niggas. And not that it's not like I'm out all the time, but you don't even fall in my algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like you be falling in my algorithm, like on other things. I got other channels and shit. And you be falling in those algorithms because I know it's connected too. But you know, you be working. There's a reason why you be getting these numbers and opportunities, and people are amazed. And it's not like, yeah, kind of, sort of. You bring the yo-yo to them. You know, they probably haven't seen that. It's right there for them. You didn't make these tools, these moves up, half of them. You learned them. So that means they were there before. But these people don't see them because you're bringing it to them. You're choosing to bring it to them. Feel me?
yep, and it's beautiful. And also for the GG log, I met people. I got like dope files from these like young. Everybody was mostly like real young, working like kind of building their name in the industry, just like I am. Like I
Mm-hmm.
met this girl that does stuff for SoundCloud, like
Mm-hmm.
marketing program, like a programmer for him. And I met these 2 other girls that work for Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, shit, they're just right fucking here, just standing in front. Not that they're gonna like make my whole life and shit, but it's like it's cool to know somebody that's like within something like a major label, somebody who does management for this artist and this artist, and be
It's
able to.
always who you know, man.
Yep.
And the impression you make on them. Like, you know, relationships can be stronger than like business agreements. Relationships can be stronger than just me paying somebody for their service. You know what I'm saying? Like them seeing you there, them noticing how you move people or what you were doing, and then they see you somewhere else a couple months down the line and shit. And you know, oh shit, yo, what you doing? Oh yeah, you got that? Yeah, boom. Like it's and they remember meeting you. You were good. You didn't have to worry. Oh, he had this about. Oh, maybe now I got something to offer you. You know, maybe like when you see people and you make these little relationships. For me, it's like putting money in the bank. For me, it's like putting money in the bank. It's like you put money and then you just forget about it. Made a proper relationship, then you just forget about it. You just keep it moving. And then one day you come back around when you have opportunity to do something with that money, or you could invest it, or yo, bro, I remember I met you, blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Yo, I got an opportunity for you now. But if you never would have talked, you never would have went there, you never would have met this person.
Yes.
That relationship
Yep.
where it can go is
Yes.
never
Yep.
gonna be possible to
Yep.
blossom.
That's what I thought of when I was there. It's like because like even though like for those type of things, it's always good to go to places like that because again, you never know who you're gonna meet. It's
Mm-hmm.
always good to get your name out there, and
Mm-hmm.
as you just said, they'll remember you from somewhere at some point. Like oh, because now it'd be like for me, not everybody they probably don't never met a yo-yo person until they met me that day,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll remember you. And now that they follow you and they see all the stuff that I'm doing, like moving forward, like oh shit, let's hit him up for this. Maybe he can do something like for this artist or do something for this
Mm-hmm.
pop up
Mm-hmm.
gathering we have. You never know where it could lead. Like those little things always make me look forward to go outside. That's why I don't mind paying for like certain like tickets. Like oh this ticket costs like 50, 60, 70,
Mm-hmm.
80, 90. In the long run, you never know. It can mean something for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like, hey, let's go. Let's go to this thing. Let's try to absorb all the information we can. Me network with all these people because you never know where it's going to lead.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, man. And you know, look, I had a show on Thursday,
Oh yeah,
and
shout out to that Thursday show. That shit look lit.
thank you. And I performed. I performed um, with Quest. I performed, and in my lyric, I say, I rap, you rap. The difference is the rhyme. You know, so when you think about that, you gotta separate yourself from your bunch. You know, they really when they say find your core fans, what they really mean is separate yourself from the bunch so that people notice you for you. You know what I'm saying? If everybody raps, there has to be something that separates them, that makes them different, that make you want to listen to them.
Big
You know
old
what I mean?
facts.
What?
Big old facts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there has to be something different if everybody raps. If everybody did what Yo-Yo does, then there has to be something different that separates him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what? That'll make me segue into my next question I got for you.
What's the question?
Who's a better rapper, Jay-Z or Lil Wayne? I've been seeing Jay-Z and Lil Wayne lyrics come up in my fucking story algorithms like crazy, and I be sitting there like in awe, and I know Jay-Z longer career, so it's a little bit hard. He's lasted in what three decades, 90s, 2010, 2000.
4.
What?
90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s.
Well, 2020 is not done yet.
But he's in
it right now.
He's
Okay. But if he stops right now and never makes another thing, can you count it?
I mean,
We're in 2022, right?
Mariah Carey's in 4 different decades.
Yeah, but Mariah Carey's not even like her. I'm talking nigga shit. I don't like Mariah. I don't like that shit you did to Nick, bitch.
Or Eminem.
Or M. Those are my niggas, bitch. I know them. They told me. So yeah, like I see Hove and yo, his shit's dope. But then I be seeing Wayne and I'm like, so I want to ask you your opinion. Who's better lyrically? Who?
It's like we're more comparing career. It's like almost sound like you want to do career.
Lyrically, who's the better lyrical rapper?
Jay.
Look,
I love Wayne too. He's some very memorable bars.
I think Wayne might be home.
But it's like I felt like Lil Wayne innovated more than Jay. I'll say that because T-Pain was doing the auto-tune shit, and then fucking Lil Wayne came out with Lollipop and fucked the game up. And then he was always writing,
and then he came out with Death of Auto-Tune.
Death of Auto-Tune. It's like, nah, nigga, fuck you. And then at one point, when he first started the Carter, like in 2004, that's when he stopped. He only rapped off his head. Jay-Z was, as we just discussed, Jay-Z was already rapping off of his fucking head.
That nigga said, I blew bird money. Yo, Jay-Z's he is a beast. But yo, so is Wayne though, son.
Now, Wayne got bars. I'm not saying Wayne's ass.
I'm gonna clip this up. And I want y'all to have the argument in the comments. Wayne or Jay-Z? Who's better lyrically?
I got Jay.
And why?
I got Jay because it's like so many legendary bars I could think of Jay than Lil Wayne. And look, I love Lil Wayne to the point where I was hearing, the dedication, the drought, even the mixtapes were fucking fire.
That's what I'm saying though. Like Jay-Z did it right because Jay-Z did it more. In my opinion, Jay-Z was always just more like leveled up and professional and like everything that I do, I'm gonna make sure that it counts up most crazy, blah blah. I get it, yo. That's awesome. But then Wayne took the other way. Wayne got so many mixtapes. He's on so many verses. He's bodied, remixed so many things, and on each one different. It's just like I've digested, I think, more Lil Wayne verses than Hove verses. And I'm not saying by much. They're pretty close, but I've digested more. I've heard more Wayne over the past 30 years than I've heard Hove. And maybe it's a generational thing. Maybe it's but Wayne was on everything at one point in time. What drought is he up to? Like 5?
Like he was also the more feature guy too for a lot.
They don't
records.
go, and I know why they don't go to Hove. Either Hove is out of rap. He says Hove charges too much, or like Pusha T said, Hove only does it when he really likes it.
Or if his niggas in his old Rock Nation crew.
Yeah. But Wayne bodies everything.
So who would be in the verses?
Who would win in the verses? Wayne
Between Wayne and Jay.
See. In the comments below, I want you.
We can't give you polls these niggas.
I don't know, son. Who would win in the verses? I think Jay-Z got more fucking commercial tracks that people are aware of.
Hey, like that. I mean, proven by the Fabulous and Jadakiss one.
It might depend on
You,
the
you
arena.
just have a lot of famous street songs too.
That's what I'm saying. It might depend on the arena. Nah, Jay-Z goes back. Jay-Z got a lot of shit.
No, he got like in the
I'm
'90s
not
and early
knocking him. I'm just saying.
on the Clue tapes and shit.
When I became aware of hip hop, I got more of on the Clue tapes. Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying you don't. I don't know. It's a hard argument.
All right, we'll figure it out later. What else is on the docket? What's on the docket? I think we're coming to the closers. We're almost an hour, right?
Mayweather. He's fighting again in November. He just fought last month. I feel like we just had this conversation.
But these are just fun fights for him.
No, this dude's a dude from Africa. He's a big dude. He has punching power. But do you think Mayweather's broke?
No.
Why is he fighting?
That nigga walks with suitcases of fucking bags of money.
Nigga, that could be fake money. I could buy it on Amazon.
He's He's a billionaire fighter.
But why is he fighting?
Only 3 motherfuckers.
Why is he fighting?
Because he's bored. If I'm bored, okay, let me get money while I'm bored.
Nigga, but who fights?
He nigga fought Logan Paul. Come on, nigga.
Who fights because they're bored? Who fights
Him.
because they're bored?
Him.
Fighters, right?
He ain't fighting like fucking like professionals anymore. He's just fighting niggas that are like celebrities. He's a celebrity fights. He's a celebrity boxer. Undefeated boxer. He's the nigga. He's just having fun.
So I had a show on Thursday and I got to speak with somebody called Mr. P. Chill. Mr. P. Chill and Mr. Hooper are both 2 gentlemen that are on tour right now. They had just came from Utah. We were their second stop. I think they got like 15 or 16.
Yeah, he go from Utah to New York. That's a big fucking jump.
So and then they were going to like Brooklyn the next night, and then like Manchester the next. So I had to ask. I'm like, how the hell did you get on tour? You know, they're in there. They're up there. They had grays. They had their beards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But their presentation was beautiful, son. They had the table laid out with all their CDs, all their merch. They came early to set that shit up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? The way they performed was clean as fuck.
No back vocals.
Just clean as fuck.
No back vocals.
No back. Nothing. Just clean as fuck. Right? Everything was awesome. So I'm like, how the fuck you get on tour? He's like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Back in like 1994 or 2004. He said 2004. Back in 2004, I had opened up for somebody in California, and I was opening up for him a couple places, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? How you do it? And he had asked him. He said, yo, all I did was call up venues and tell them we're on tour. Would you mind if we perform in your spot? And then he said, that's what I did. He said, I was a tour booking agent until COVID hit. He said, until COVID hit, I had a Rolodex full of fucking people that, the places you could perform at. And people would come to me and I would charge them to book them tours. I was like, oh. He was like, all I did was ask. He said, I just COVID hit and I stopped because a lot of venues closed and I didn't want to do the homework no more. So, yo, after he told me that, my advice to all you artists, anybody that ever had a thought about going on tour, before you pay these bookers and promoters that are just
charging you some crazy
numbers, or not only that, if they're guaranteeing you a crowd, if you know you're gonna feel a little special, right, when you're going to perform in another state, just a smidge, you know, not that you're performing with 15, 20 people, you know, within 3 hours, and we gotta fit everybody in so everybody gets a turn. No. I'm talking about a little bit of special. If you can take some time out for yourself and get a couple friends together and get some people. Yo, bro, there was a band in a fucking Mini Cooper called the Lucy's performing that night. They fit the entire drum set and everything in a Mini Cooper. And they're like, yeah, after this, we're going over here. And that's yo, if you can take some time out, call these places up where you would like to perform. Because now we have analytics that show you where your fans come from.
Yep.
Look at your analytics when you post your music. Find out where your fans come from. Call you that local bar or place in that area and throw them motherfuckers a show. All you gotta do is
ask.
All you gotta do is do some homework and ask. And I just wanted to pass that advice over for any artist that wants to perform and is doing good with numbers. But before you spend that grip, $2-3 grand on paying a tour guide to take you on tour to not feel special, Save your 2-3
Just
grand.
like,
Buy some plane tickets or something.
yeah.
Maybe only do 10 shows instead of
Go
20.
on Spirit Airlines. Go on
And
the
then make
cheapest
them all
flight.
worth it. Make them all worth it.
Put it on the business card. It's a business expense. Boom.
You know what I'm saying? But even for the people that aren't that far, you don't need all that to do all that. You
Yeah.
can save all that.
Like, you don't need like you don't need like a business card. for all
No,
that
but
shit,
you can save all
But it
those
could be
receipts.
yeah,
those
it'll
could be
an
write-offs.
expense. Yes, it'll be expenses.
Business expensive. So
Yes.
when you get enough money from the fucking 10 shows you did, you open up your LLC
Yep.
and you throw that right under there. You
Yep.
know, what you're saying is absolutely correct. But my point is that don't let people in this game take you for the hard-earned money that you earn. Do some homework. You can probably use that money into like your outfit, what you're wearing, or like I said, some plane tickets, renting a car. You can probably use that money for buying yourself a wireless mic. So when you go to these spots, a day before, you pay for some flyers, you hang them up all over the place. Your people see you're gonna be performing. You're from New York. It's a different feel when you're moving dolo. If you're just part of a fucking tour bus or tour of people, and all you people are like the same level, or one's getting more attention than the other, what's the point of you being there? You know what I'm saying? You don't bring out the best you when you're like, I don't bring out the best me when I'm like in an uncomfortable position. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I always have to be comfortable, but shit, yo, that's one thing that I didn't like. When I did go on tour, I didn't like that. All right, we're performing in this spot tonight. 16 of us are gonna perform.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
All back to back to back to back. So we're all the way in Atlanta. Doing spots, and back to back to back to back. We're gonna we expect these people to hold their attention span, and I'm a good host. I seen from what I've done on Thursday night. Oh, great. I had everybody, and that's one thing that everybody came up to me and told me. Yo, you moved the night along great. It wasn't that I was funny. It wasn't no, you moved the night along awesome. You know, you go to these, I wasn't part of that, where the night was being moved along awesome. And in that moment, I noticed what was wrong. There was just too many of us. There was a money play at hand. You know, there had to be, because there was no individuality where somebody was supposed to feel, like I said, special. You're an artist. You're going to another borough. Why do you think bands do it together with their bandmates? You know what I'm saying? When you see all these like Up in Smoke tour and all these shit, there's always like some shit that happens in there, a fight or something. And it's just because if it wasn't for all these niggas having mad money being on tour, they'd be heated arguments. Why the fuck is he getting 100K to perform there, and I don't get 100? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, like, make yourself feel special as an artist as much as you can when you travel to do these venues, and ask for them. They'll come back to you. You will get a yes eventually.
Yep. Like, so even for me, like if I do like certain trips, I remember going to San Francisco like 4 years ago with my family. I looked that week before we flew out, like if there was any open mics I could hit up, and there was like two. The closest one from us, because we were in, if you're ever in San Francisco, you know about the Tenderloins, which is like the fucking hood of San Francisco.
They call it the Tenderloins.
Yeah, it's like a fucking hood. And the closest one was in Koreatown. And I remember it was like a country setup, because it was mad fucking niggas with acoustic guitars and shit, and just doing like whatever. And then there was just like one dude that was like a rapper there, who I kind of still wish I had his info. I have followed him on Facebook, but I don't see him really post as much. But I remember when I went up, it was like, hey, I'm Rich Picasso, I'm from the Bronx, I'm from New York, and it was like, somebody went, woo! And I'm like, oh, okay, there's one person here. It was literally like probably
a ghost town.
It was like 9 people in this whole spot.
So what? Those are the best fucking performances.
I only had like one song, and it was Die Alone.
Okay,
and
maybe
that's like
not
one of
good
my,
for 9 people.
Yeah, that was not. That was the wrong song choice for that venue. Because after I performed, I was like, hey, thank you for letting me perform. And then you just hear, woo! Nobody clapped.
Shit.
That was the first time ever I was like, damn, that was song selection is key. Let's just say that. That wasn't, not that it was a bad venue, it was just the wrong song for that venue.
Well, you know, at that point in time, though, you realize, though, you know, yo, son, that's why I be, as an artist, yo, you niggas that are always, I'm always ready. You stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah.
Yo, there's dudes that literally, like, I ain't gonna lie. I have all my TV tracks in my phone. I have all my TV tracks in a file in my phone.
Yeah, I played it on my phone.
All ready to go. I got TVs, but I can't say that I know all the lyrics to each and every one of them. You know what I'm saying? These niggas that are always ready to perform, they do. They listen to their music all day. They get their shit memorized,
And
so
they probably do rehearsals, practice that
all
shit till
day.
it,
Well,
all day.
I don't think you have to. Well, yeah, you have to rehearse.
Especially if you're doing like, if you're more of a much bigger artist and you got like, you're performing like Kendrick Lamar doing stadiums.
Oh yeah, you have to.
You got to practice like 3 months straight.
Yeah, you have to.
For
You
that
have to.
shit.
You have to. Because you can't look like a fool. You can't. You have
If
to
any
make sure
fuck ups
that,
happen, okay, you got this.
Yeah, you can't look. And that's one thing I love when I see these niggas on like Saturday Night Live or I see these niggas on Jimmy Kimmel. And that's one thing that I be looking at. I'm like, damn, yeah, they're so perfect. They're so perfect. Like it must. They know. You know. As an I can't fuck this up. Like that's how I got paid $100K to be here. I'm gonna get $200K to be over there.
Right. I'm
Because
gonna
I'm not
give you
gonna fuck it up.
I gotta give you $100K performance.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I can't fuck it up. It's 2 minutes. Don't fuck it up.
Like, you give me $100 performance. All right, give me $100. I'll give you $100 performance.
Exactly. You're gonna give me $100. I'll give you $100
It
performance.
ain't gonna be like the $200 or the $300 performance, but son.
Well, at the same time, that's one compliment that I always get about my job.
Mm-hmm.
I do my job as if I own the route. People tell me all the time, I do my job as if this is mine. I do it.
The New York State,
What-
the fair.
Yeah, whether you pay us $1 billion, $2, $3, $4, we're gonna do our job because this is what we do.
She talked. The lady that ran the thing, she's like, I definitely want to have you for next year, and I'll throw a little bit more bread because we gave such a great show.
And that's what I'm talking
And
about.
she was telling me about an artist prior, like I think the day before.
Okay.
She was saying,
Oh yeah, about you kind of told me about the money situation, right?
not even about the money, it's their timing, because they were supposed to be up at a certain time.
Uh-huh.
They came almost 5 minutes before they're supposed to go on, and they took like an extra 15 minutes just to set up.
Wow.
She's like, I'm never gonna book them again.
Wow.
That's very unprofessional.
Wow.
So it's like, I think they're supposed to go up at like five. So they even had an earlier set. They didn't really go up to like 5:30.
That's crazy. How do you do? And then and people got nerve to.
It's not like they were like well-known artists or anything. Like they were just like me. We were all the same. There was a dude that was like a black dude. I forgot his name. I followed him too. I think his name was like Tanksley. He was like up earlier, but he was there for two nights. So he got paid like, if I got paid that much, he got paid double because he did 2 nights.
I don't think that should ever matter though. You know what I'm saying? Like
Management is everything. Timing is everything.
Timing is everything, man. And you know what, yo.
That's why
you gotta do it.
21 Savage didn't want to perform it. He's like, fuck Rolling Out, whatever. I'm never gonna do their performance. Nigga, you showed up 45 minutes late for your performance. I wouldn't want to book your ass again anyway. I don't give a fuck who you are. Kodak Black don't want to perform in Made in America again, talking shit like,
Listen,
oh,
unless
whatever.
you're DMX getting out of court from tax evasion and you still make it to fucking.
It depends really. If it's Jay-Z, okay, fuck, that nigga can be late all he fucking want to. It's Jay-Z. You Kodak Black and 21 Savage. Both of you together don't equal Jay-Z's success.
All right, on that,
You all ain't
walk
shit.
us out. You walk us out. You disrespectful.
I love Kodak. I love 21 Savage. But don't think you're that type of artist that you could just do and say and appear whenever you want.
I'm not.
I don't give a
disagreeing
fuck. There's a certain level of like professionalism that you're supposed to have anywhere that you go. If you're getting paid to perform at a certain time, be there like an hour early.
Uh-huh.
Especially if you're getting hundreds of thousands of dollars for this shit. It's not like you're getting chump change. Then that's different. But even then, but you're getting paid a fucking $100,000, $100,000, $1 million to be somewhere, be there on time. Because it's going to reflect on how you are as an artist. Nobody's going to want to book you if you find out you're late everywhere. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I was going to pay him this much, but since he's late, that's how you end up really getting pushed in the back. When motherfuckers is already leaving because they just saw their mans or their girls perform. You want to be, they see you coming, you be the nigga that probably do a couple, you'll be the 10th nigga, but eventually they see your work ethic, oh, this nigga shows up on time and he gives a great show, you'll probably be number 2. They'll put you at 2. But then if you keep, you're always going to be the 10th place nigga.
No, I agree with you. I mean, or at least respect, have an agreement. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like getting to a venue 2 hours earlier, I don't like. Not if you're gonna keep me confined as an artist. I gotta be in the break room. I gotta be
Oh,
waiting.
oh, my
Yo,
girl hates that because
yeah. If
she's the opposite of me.
no, no, like if I'm performing at 9:30 and I'm getting paid a certain amount of money to perform at 9:30, you know what I'm saying? I get that. I get there at 9 o'clock. I get on stage at 9:30. Like, there's no reason to keep me. I hate to read that fucking artist must be here
Oh no,
at 6 o'clock.
no,
This shit don't
no,
start till 10.
no,
Why you want me there at 6 to be
no,
drunk and my
no,
performance all fucked up?
no. I don't like. Okay, I understand that.
No, but I understand you. Be punctual.
Yes.
And if you sign a contract to be there at 6,
fine.
that's your fault.
I hate when they be like, "Oh, rehearsals at this time." Shit. It's like, what if I already paid for like 2 rehearsal
I
sessions?
did it myself.
I did it myself.
I did myself. I'll come for a mic check.
I'll be Allen Iverson. We talking about practice.
Nah, I'll come for a mic check, and then I'm not gonna stay there.
Like, and they'll be like at 5, and the shit starts at like 8. It's like I already did 2 days of rehearsals with myself. I just want to make sure my sound, like, okay, you want the sound to be all right, like, okay, because you're with a DJ you don't, especially with a DJ you don't know, and he don't know how your sound is. Because there's been times I've did shit with DJs, and you know how I have like long sets within my like my song thing. I don't do them separate. They'll cut my shit right off after the first song, 'cause even though there's a pause, like 5 seconds there,
yep,
and that
yep.
shit be irking. So look, the shit's still going on. Why?
Yep,
You
yep.
see on the fucking thing how long? Why would I do one song and it says 10 minutes on the goddamn fucking thing I gave you? Read the minutes. I'm gonna do. I do one song that's 3 minutes, and there's 7 minutes of dead air.
Yeah, no. I get it, but that's because some people just like didn't I just say it? You got to take care of the job as if it's your own shit. He don't give a fuck about your music. It's not his music. He don't give a fuck. It don't reflect on him unless you point it out. Yo, why you pressing the button?
I've done that.
Of course, you have to.
There's been times I wanted to cry like boo, boo to DJ, boo.
Yo, I remember Quest told Ford 4D he was gonna fuck. He was like, "Yo, what the fuck, bro? Do I gotta come up there and do your job?" To Ford 4D because he kept fucking up our set. Ford, you know Ford, white boy with the he make beats. He's a music producer. He used to fuck with V.
Oh, okay. I remember.
He used to do the audio, and a lot of times that we perform, he would fuck up the audio. And one time, Quest couldn't take it. He's like, "Yo, I gotta come up there."
Right in front of people?
Yeah, while niggas was in the crowd.
And everyone's like,
yeah, everybody was like, "Oh," he was like, "Yo, my bad." Yo, come on, yo, it's all the time.
as an artist, look.
Yo, if you don't know how to do the job of being an audio engineer, don't say yes to it. And I'm not talking about Ford. There's been so many fucking people that the mic starts squeaking. You're not listening.
You hear the
to
feedback
me.
and shit.
The feedback. I'm low and you're not putting me up. You're talking to the bitch with big titties. You know what I'm saying? Put me up, nigga. Stop drinking your beer. Like if you're gonna be an audio engineer of the night, a DJ, if you can't do both, do one or the other. Do your fucking job.
Bring your own DJ.
Yeah, bring your own DJ.
So thank you everybody. Please like and subscribe. This has been a very cool episode. I really hope everything is well. And one thing I can also leave on, call up your family and loved ones and just tell them how much you love them.
Yes.
This life is really too short. I know there's a lot of you, even with me, that there's people I definitely haven't seen in a minute or haven't heard from, like on the phone or online, that I definitely got to hit up and make sure that they're good. Like, even if you're just randomly think about it, just give them like a quick text. You don't gotta really call them. Just send them like a text, like, "Hey, what's up? Everything cool?" And as I said, this world is too short. We're all only here for a brief moment in time, and I just want to make sure everybody's okay. And I hope you're doing well. Hope you're eating healthy. I hope you're not getting in any trouble. I hope you're not trying to like think of any bad thoughts and you're stuck in a place. If you're truly stuck in a place, I will be here for you as best as I can. Again, this episode is dedicated to Josh DWH. And one of the things I'll always remember with every set was when I say dream work, y'all say hustle. Dream work,
Hustle.
dream work,
Hustle.
and we out.